Hey guys. Hey guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a special treat. We're going to be focused on just a specific video focused on questions and what we call them? Q&As. You got the questions, we got the answers, hopefully. So some of you had posted on Instagram of some questions you wanted to ask us. And then Shai also brought some questions that she found on Pinterest. So this takes some time. You get to know us a little bit better, the good and the bad. And hopefully you guys can relate maybe on some level. And let's dive into these questions here. So hope you enjoy the video.
All right, first question. These are one of the questions that was asked on Instagram. And they asked, how did you guys meet?
I love this question. This question takes me back 7 years ago.
7 years.
In a very distant land called Haverhill, Massachusetts. Yeah, so to answer that question, we gotta go back 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And 7 years. Crazy to think about, we've been together for 7 years. This coming month in August, we'll be together 3 years for marriage, so that's even crazier. But yeah, so back when, 7 years ago, I chose to go to, at the time, Zion Bible College, before it turned into North Point Bible College, in which Shai was attending already. And so we ended up meeting there. I'll share from my side of things. I was a freshman, and I told myself when I got to college that I wasn't really, I'm gonna, the typical thing, because, they say that, people just go there to get husbands and wives, and it is very true. But for me, I swear my intentions was, I'm gonna stay focused on God, on my schoolwork, but didn't last long. But I don't regret a single thing. So it was my first semester. It was around October. We had some encounters here and there, not like long encounters, right, but like a passing by. A very small college. Yeah. So without taking too much time to answer this question, so the first time I noticed Shai was on the volleyball court, and I remember it very clear as day. We used to do this thing in college where people would play a sport, and then all the other people would just watch on the gym stage. So I'm sitting on the gym stage, and a lot of the Hawaiians that there's a good group of them that were attending the college at the time. They would always have volleyball. They would be playing volleyball all the time. So kind of when I noticed her, I just saw how her smile was the first thing I really noticed. How she enjoyed just being there and playing volleyball. It was just, that really was what caught my eye. I mean, as soon as I saw that smile, it was all over for me. But I say that to say that that's kind of where it began. As soon as I saw her spike that ball, slap it right to the face of somebody. No, she didn't do that. But
no, I couldn't do it.
But really, yeah, there was that moment of just seeing her have fun that really kind of was like, man, I love a girl who knows to have fun and understands. And that's the first thing I think that was it for me. But moving on from there, we started talking more. I remember the first conversation we had in the old chapel, and that was kind of before we went on break. So things kind of progressed from there. I don't want to take this is one question, so I don't want to focus too much here. But that's kind of how we met. The first moment I saw her, noticed her, and then from there, we ran pretty quickly. Because by my second semester as a freshman, I had asked her to go out with me, asking permission from her brother and her dad, because that's just how you should do it. Fellas, let's make sure, even if it's basic, I know you gotta ask for marriage, but hey, go the extra mile. Ask for date too, okay? Let's just be real. But that was just me. I wanted to have that blessing before I went to it. you know, and we can talk about going into the date, but I think we'll hold that for another
Yeah,
time.
it's one of the questions.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I would have to say I noticed him first, and I actually liked him first, and I was like, oh, he's cute, and just like how you said, like he knows how to have fun. So at North Point, Zion, and in North Point now, and we had it's called Campus Experience. And so he came along with some of his youth members, and his older brother was actually attending at the same time. And so he'll come, and he was part of his experience, campus experience. And we had dodgeball night. It was a dodgeball night. Yeah, it was. I believe it was a dodgeball night. It was like we had a whole campus experience. We usually have like it would be like a 3-day or a long weekend kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And then at the last night we'll have like a big like rally or fun time or whatever. And so he came, and then so I noticed when he was there, he was talking with his youth group and his friends, and then I noticed like, oh, like he's cute, and you're like, oh, I'm already seeing like girls checking him out at the college. And mind you, I was an RA too, so like I knew the scoops in the girls' dorms of who liked who and who thought was cute and all these things. So I saw those girls, and I thought like, I'm definitely not his type, and those kind of girls are definitely his type. So he wouldn't want to go for a girl like me.
She didn't even know me though. That's the crazy thing. You can't put labels on somebody we don't know. So
yeah.
Wrong.
And so past then, and then he attended to college, and from there it was, we haven't really like talked, but then he actually got into where it was kind of like our friend group. He was friends with one of my close friends, and from there I guess I noticed him a lot more, and then we started to hang out, and I think from there that's when we both fully like started talking, and I fully like noticed him and started liking him more. But I didn't know if he liked me back, and
it was pretty obvious.
like before he even noticed me. And what was actually kind of cool when they had the campus experience, and we had a chapel, and they had passed out prayer requests and stuff like that. And so everybody wrote down their prayer requests, and after that they put it in a bucket, and after that everybody just grabbed a random prayer request. And I picked mine. Actually, I think we picked two. We were supposed to pick two, because then I picked one, and it was actually my cousin, Mana, and I'm pretty sure I got from one of the Hawaiians. And then the second one, it was a prayer request for him. That was actually from his brother, praying for him to attend to Bible college and to build a stronger relationship with God. And I thought that was
super cool.
Pretty
she
interesting.
Prayed me in.
I prayed him in.
And clearly, she's never said this out loud, but she was like, Lord, would you just help him, strengthen him, and as he comes to this, if you lead him to this college,
gosh.
would you lead him to me, Lord?
Stop.
Lead him to me.
I did not.
She prayed it. She must have. She must have prayed it.
Oh man. Oh gosh. But anyways, that's how we first met.
Yeah.
Another question somebody asked on IG, that who talked to who first? I guess you can say like official, like talk to each other.
Who talked? I think.
I said that I talked to him first, but he's okay. Believe it or not, he was super shy.
I was
super shy, and my name is Cheyenne, and I thought I was the shy one, but he was super shy. I guess like he just started coming to the college, and he didn't really make friends as much, and so he was more close in his brother's inner circle.
I was leeching off my brother's friends.
So we was in the cafeteria, And I guess he was, like how you said, he was branching off, and that's when he started to hang out with kind of like our friend circle and whatnot. So he sat on the table, the same table, and everybody left, I guess, because they're still like getting their food or whatever. And I was just sitting there, and he was sitting there, and I was like, "Hi." And he literally did not say hi to me back. And
I don't remember this.
He literally was just like looking down and just like looking around. I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna let this pass.
In my defense, this was probably one of those moments, and guys, you know them very well, is when you're doing something and you're so focused on what you're doing, nothing else around you matters.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear anything. It's the box. I had one box out. I needed to put it away before I had any conversation.
Yeah, he was in a nothing box, apparently.
I was in some spaz mode over there. I don't know. I literally don't remember this ever of her asking me, hey, or how I was doing. So.
But because then after that, we like how you said, the conversation when we're in the chapel, because I wasn't really directly talking to you. I was actually talking to Brandon, like, because you guys were going on fall break, and then we started talking.
To me, though.
I mean, I was talking to you, but I was mostly like talking to Brandon because like I already didn't know you more, but I knew Brandon. So
Brandon, you watch this video, bro? Miss you, man.
So, and then after that, like, we got to the topic of Disney movies. I don't know how, but
because that's just a natural thing. Like, when you don't know what to talk about, you talk about sports, talk about movies.
I don't know how.
Talk about music. Do it. You just gotta talk about whatever to try to build up the.
Yeah, and then like I remembered, I was like, yeah, The Lion King is the best, hands down, Disney movie, and he's right there. He lit up, and he was like, "Yo."
That's when I knew. That was the moment I knew she was the one. Because Lion King, I don't care what anybody else says. Lion King is the best Disney movie of all time, and I'll leave it at that.
Where was our first date?
Our first date was the day I asked her out. So we were flying. We I wouldn't say we rushed into it, but maybe we did a little bit, because the first time
I mean, I don't think we were fully rushed into it, because we were getting to know each other first, but we definitely knew like we liked each other,
right,
like, in that way, but we still getting to know each other. I say maybe like within, because it was in October. And it was all the way till December, because then after, when we came back from winter break, that's when he asked me out in January.
Yeah,
January 25th.
Yep.
2013.
Yes.
So, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I would say we had a lot of dates before me asking her out on January 25th, 2019. I mean, 13. I asked her out last year. Like, cause we went out a lot, but we would be friends and stuff, but we would have a lot of conversation. So I would say officially our first date, like official date, would have been the day I asked her out, which was actually, we went to Longhorns. We had steak. Yes. It was a delicious meal in the park, and I had prepared, shout out to my boy Timbo. We used to do music together a lot, and he had helped me. I wrote a song for her, and he kind of did the music, and we recorded it, and I had it ready so that we pulled up at the park, and we were chilling a little bit, and then I played the song for her. I was like, ooh, bop, bop. Anyways.
It was. That's how it went.
But I was pretty proud of that song. I still love that song. If you ever want to check it out, DM me. I'll hook you up.
How about you guys comment below? If I get 5 comments, I don't know. Let's go to likes. If I get about maybe 20 likes on this video, he can do a rendition of the song.
I can. The only thing is I can't play the guitar with it, but...
It's okay. We'll work something out. So, go ahead. Hit those likes.
Hit those like buttons if you want to hear me sing. I'm okay. I'm not horrible. But yeah, Longhorns, went to the park, and it was a very, very good night. And then we called everybody, and we were all excited, like, yeah, we're dating, yeah, woo, you know, the typical thing.
Yeah, and like on our first date, like it was still a weekday. We had classes, and I actually had my last class was like around like later, like maybe like 4. It was, I think it was around that time. And like in a way, I kind of didn't have time to like get ready, so I literally stayed in my class clothes. I didn't change. I felt a little tired from the day, but then I was like, you know, he told me the time, and like I was just nervous. I was like super nervous. And then so I went up to a really best friend Kayla's room, and I just was like super nervous, but she helped me out and just was telling me, like, you know, it's your first date. It's like how we normally would have our dates together and getting to know each other. It's just it's a special one that, you know, he officially asked me out. And in my head I'm thinking like, what is my parents gonna say?
I already asked them.
And not knowing, he asked my dad and my brother along with my other Hanai brothers, you know.
Well, I got an interrogation
Marvin
on that one.
Eric and
that's another story.
Mara.
Another good story. But after that night, I had an interrogation moment where, you know, when they turn on the light, they're like, "Where were you the night of this?" But that was fun. That was some light fun there.
It was fun. Next question is, when did you meet the family?
I mean, I officially, it was my first summer here, which was the summer of 2014, I think. 2015.
Yes, 2015, because
yeah.
graduation.
Summer of 2015. I really got to know her family more.
Mm-hmm. They came up for my graduation.
Came up for graduation, and then I ended up going back with them to Hawaii, spending. It was like 2 months over there, huh? Or a month or something.
Yeah, a month.
It was a while.
Yeah,
it was a while. So that was my main time where they came down for graduation, and I got to spend time with them, and then head up there and be over here in Hawaii with them. Try to get. Just be with the family and get a little taste of Hawaii before I end up moving out here. So that was kind of my experience, that first moment with her family.
Yeah, and the first time I met his family, it was his parents came to the school. I was super nervous. I don't know why I was so nervous, but anyways, I met them when they came to campus, and it was just like a fast introduction, just hi and hello. But when I officially spent time with them is when we went for one of the breaks. I think it was Thanksgiving break.
Yeah, I think
actually.
it was Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it was a Thanksgiving break, and it was a good time. This is my first time being there. His family is awesome. That they made me feel welcomed and not super nervous. Obviously, it's just my thinking. I'm overthinking everything, but the longer I got the chance to get to know them, they really made me feel super welcomed, and I love that. So I'm just gonna go back to one of the questions that was asked on Instagram, and this is a good one, and I feel like we might start something or not.
Ha ha ha! Thank you to this person who's gonna start something in our marriage. Nah, it's good. It's all good.
What's one of your pet peeves about each other?
That's a really solid question. You have so many. I have so many. Man, that's tough. I feel like there's really 2 that stick out to me off the get. Maybe I can share them both. All right, just one. All right, so there's still 2 that come off the top of my head, but the one I think that really gets me that really gets right under the skin and takes it, would be, we may be talking to each other, and Shy likes to communicate sometimes through humming. Humming, different kinds of sounds, and I've been contemplating writing a book. I want to write a book of really helping men out, of like how to communicate and understand this language of and and all of these different.
I don't do
She doesn't do
I do mostly
Yeah, there's power in the there's some power in the But so I think that drives me crazy, because like we're trying to talk, whether we're getting into something or just having a conversation, and instead of sharing some of the things she's thinking, it's just So
that's your pet peeve.
That's one of them. If I had more time, I could share another one, but
my pet peeve.
Here we go.
You know what? It's just has been happening a lot.
I already know what you're
recently.
I already know what you're gonna say.
It's the way that he drives.
Oh.
Is what you thought it was?
No, I thought you could talk about my impatience.
That's my number one. His patience is number one. But what I can think of on top of my head, and has been happening a lot recently, is the way that he drives.
Yeah, I'm a great driver. I am. I am a safe driver. You won't find me going. If I'm going over 5.
Or he's going just a little too slow.
I could be going over 5, and she's like, "Why are you going so slow?" Or like I could be going like. Not for reals. I'll be going like 10, 15 over sometimes. Like, you're going way too slow. I'm like, yo, I'm driving 10 past the speed limit.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, nah, you need to be going 20 past the speed.
We have to get somewhere. I'm just like, okay, when I know we have to get somewhere, I'm the one who's driving.
I ain't playing with those cops. They ain't getting me. I'm on a flawless spree. I'm just saying.
I'm not a speed driver.
I never got a ticket so far.
It's just when it's time to move, it's time to move. But in a way, it's still, I feel like he still has like the mainland thinking of like a driver. You can make
Depends where you're from.
You can make your own rules while you drive, and that's a no-no here.
As long as you're confident about it, don't hesitate. That's the way I see it.
Nope.
I'd rather you don't want to hesitate, but if you're confident about it, you go now. You know what I mean?
No.
Anyways,
yes. Moving along.
Hold on, disclaimer before we move on. Especially in marriage and relationships, even though we have pet peeves, I say this a lot, and I think it's important to share that, you know what, at the end of the day, I don't care how mad she makes me, how much she may get under my skin, pet peeves, whatever you may call it. I say this a lot, and she knows I say it all the time. Nothing's going to change at the end of the day when we fight, when we argue. Yeah. I'm still going to love her, and I'm still going to value her, and I think that's important. So even though we can throw these things at each other and share these pet peeves, I want to make sure you guys know that, and I make sure she knows that as well. But it's important that for me, hey, I don't care how much we got to fight. At the end of the day, I'm still going to love her, and that's never going to change. So.
Another one from Instagram. What is your favorite thing to do together as a couple?
That's actually that's a good one.
It is a good one.
I think we need to be doing more, but anyway.
It's hard right now to do anything, but
it is hard. I think what we love to do the most is just just go for walks, huh? Or we'll just go to the park. We'll have a picnic at the park. So I think those two kind of go hand in hand, because we have a picnic at the park sometimes. Just put a blanket out, play a couple games.
Yeah.
I'm all about the games, so I enjoy that. But being out in the the beauty of God's creation is always nice. Yeah. With a beautiful spouse, you can't beat it. So I think for me, I'll speak for myself. Walking in the parks, picnics, stuff like that. I think those are always kind of good. I miss movie nights.
We do. We miss going to the movies, having a movie date.
Yeah.
But The Lord knows.
Until the next time.
Until the next time. I think for me, yeah, for sure, like how you said, like going on walks and stuff. But I think what I enjoy the most, what we do together, is it's kind of like do random spontaneous trips. Like if we're doing something and then we're like, hey, let's just go in and do this, and it could be really something small, just like spontaneous trips. I like doing those things together.
I like it.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. Let's see. Well, I guess where are we from?
Oh, okay. Do we just share about ourselves then?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so to answer that question, we got to go back to 1993. No, I'm just kidding.
This is where the video's long.
I'm just kidding. Although I was born in Missouri, lived there for 8 years, spent most of my life living in the great state, the Garden State of New Jersey. Salem, New Jersey. It's very south, completely different from the north side. We lived closer to Philadelphia than we lived to the north. My parents still live there, but spent majority of my life living there. Let me just picture this for a moment. Close your eyes if you want to. Look, you're looking in front of you, you see a field. You look to the left of you, another field. To the right, guess what? A field. And guess what, even then? You look behind you, it's a field as well.
It really is. It's nothing but fields and fields.
And that for you.
Pretty.
Yeah, it is nice sometimes.
It's really nice.
But that's South Jersey for you. That's me.
They actually have beautiful sunsets. When we used to go to his house for breaks or whatever, I actually used to love watching the sunsets. It's actually pretty. Can't be, in Hawaii, but still just from somewhere different. It was beautiful. I am born and raised on Hawaii Island, town called Hilo, and this is where I'm from, in Hawaii. And I lived in Boston, Massachusetts for 4 years because of college, and then that's where we met. So, and now we're back here.
We here.
In Hawaii Island.
Yes.
What is your favorite cereal? So random.
This is tough because it's been a while since I had cereal. But I can't negate the staple that is cereal for me since a child up till now. And I hadn't had a bowl in a long time.
It's been a while.
But you can't beat a bowl, wait for it, of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Like, come on, somebody. Like this video if you like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. No. Comment down below and tell us what your favorite cereal is. Just let us know. Mine's Cinnamon Toast Crunch. A close second, I gotta say, Lucky Charms. That's me.
Yeah.
You go.
Well, mine is Fruity Pebbles. And then I guess he went second, so my second is Honeycombs.
And my third is...
No!
I'm just kidding.
Cut it off. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. We knew that this one was coming. We definitely knew this one was coming.
We did.
We just didn't know who would have asked this, but anyways, someone asked, how many kids do you want?
Yeah, so we knew the baby question was coming.
We knew it was coming.
The more people have babies, the more we get the question. It's like a wave. It's like when the next person that has a baby, we're gonna get all these questions. Oh, when are you having a baby?
Right.
When are you having a baby?
But
then it fades away for a little bit and it comes back.
I got the question first thing, like maybe it was like a week after, or not even. It was like at the wedding. Someone asked me, "So when are you gonna have kids?" Yeah. And I'm telling you, it never stops. So to newlyweds, just get ready to have that.
As soon as you say I do, that's the next question that follows.
It's gonna follow you until you have your first child.
But
and then wait till your child is born, and then they're gonna ask when you're gonna have the other one. Anyways.
But yeah, to go back to the actual question, the golden number for us is 10. So, yeah, right. Let's -7 from that. -7 from 10, you got 3. That's the golden number for us. I don't think we would push 4, but I think 3 would be it.
Yeah. Dude, I was more of a 2 or 3. I think a 4 would be, in a way, it would be
A God ordained moment.
Yes. But our number was 3.
3.
So yeah. So that's how many kids we want. All right. Next question on Instagram is, where do you hope to be in the next 3 years? It's a good question. Thank you for asking that. But those kind of questions really makes me think.
All these questions are great questions, and this question in particular, I love it. So I think this is why it's cool, and we can make this plug, right? This past year we did vision board. You know, if you never did a vision board, do a vision board. It kind of helps you. It just kind of see what vision is, right? Seeing ahead before it happens, and what the future may look like, even though things will change along the way. For me, in 3 years, my top goal, I want to be in our own house. I would love it to do it in 3. It may happen in 5, but our goal really is to be in our own house that we own. Preferably, my hope is we build, buy a property, build. I kind of been on that train for a while, but we're in the process of saving now. So we got a long ways to go, but I definitely want to be in our own house, and by then I could see children as well. So
yes.
So
I guess, yeah. I mean, that's definitely one of the goals. It definitely was the beginning of the year. We both did vision boards, and that's one of the things we put on. And it's crazy because some of the goals we're already checking off, and
it's true.
And it's definitely a blessing, and it's actually a proud and accomplishing moment to even just see your vision board coming, to life. And it's not just because we just put it up and we see it, but we're actually doing it, and it motivates us to do it. I think for me, it's because what I would like to see in 3 years is just what I put on my vision board was to strive to be a staying home mom and wife, and just to even have growth in my small business. I definitely I'm a part of a small business now called not small, it's really not small. This is really big. Arbonne is like blowing up, but Arbonne, and just with the team and everything, it's encouraging, and I feel like just the way I just started out now, but just being on the team and with being in the leadership that I have and the upline, like I feel like I can see myself being there like more than 3 years. That's how I feel. But as I say, it's all a matter of you putting into the work. So it's a challenge for me to keep on doing it. So that's where I kind of want to see myself in 3 years, just to be a staying home mom and wife, and to even make an impact in some people's lives.
Yeah, which gives you more time to do things like this as well. So
Yeah.
And I know this is what she's passionate about, and for me, I want to feed into that myself, her passions, and lift her up and try to lift that vision up. So I know we do it with each other, so that's important to me. So
all right. By someone who is very special to me. She's random, but I love her for it. And she asked, will you guys come visit me in the mainland next year or soon? And it's my cousin. She's leaving, sadly, this month in August. And she's moving. She's making a change for her life. But anyways, I'm trying not to cry. And she's not even gone. Oh my god. To put myself there.
wow. It's all good, baby. Say it.
Anyways, we're back. Just from that simple question, because she is leaving, and of course we will come visit you.
Yes, of course.
When we can.
Yeah.
Sorry for that.
Yeah, I don't apologize. It's all good.
All right. Next question. Someone asked this on Instagram, and I'm not too sure if I can answer this, but anyways, what's y'all's Enneagram number? So, I have never done the test for the Enneagram.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of similar to like your temperaments and just who you are as a person. How you explain that?
Okay, so the best way I can answer this question is to kind of take it from the angle of this temperaments, being that we went through it. So for me, my temperament is what they call sanguine, which represents fun and people. Very people oriented. I need attention, affection, acceptance. That's kind of just a scratch on the surface of who I kind of am, just of my personality and things like that. Well, deeper than personality is temperament, which kind of coincides with most likely number 7 with the Enneagram, which is the enthusiast. So that's the best way I can answer what I am. I have yet to take the Enneagram test, but talking with many people, this is what they kind of feel I am, and I think it is accurate with the sanguine temperament traits. So that would be me. And then I don't know if you want me to explain, or if you want to explain.
I mean, when somebody had explained to me about it, and then I guess they kind of know me. They said that I could be a 4.
A 4. I can't remember what a 4 is, honestly. I would think you of a.
I thought it would have been a 5. I kind of read some things, but there's just some things that they explain. I'm just like, that is me, but yeah, it's not. So.
Yeah. Well, to answer it accurately, we'll have to take the Enneagram test eventually. I've been wanting to do that for a while. We've been wanting to do that.
But you feel like I'm a 9.
I feel like you might be a 9 or a 3 possibly. I've read through them, but again, there's a lot of like variables that does change and shift. And
I was reading about like the 9s.
Yeah.
And it kind of does sound a lot more like me than a 4, but
yeah.
I don't know. All right. Last random question. What is our favorite music? Or what is your favorite music?
This is a very broad category for me. Much like my music, it's like my movies and my music is similar.
Yeah.
I gotta break it up into categories. But I'll say this, and she won't like this. I listen to almost anything. Almost anything.
Except for country.
You spoiled it. But the one thing she loves the most, I hate the most. And that is, spoiled it, but it's country. I'm sorry. I've come to Hawaii and everybody loves country over here. Yeah. I cannot stand country. I just don't want to hear songs about breaking up and tractors.
It's like the typical country music.
The twangy country.
Oh, the twangy. Anyways.
But yeah,
country's the best,
I say that to say I am pretty open, but you can't go wrong with. This is tough. Any genre, like it depends what I'm in the mood for. Like I'll jam my worship hard. I like rap every once in a while, not too much, but I'm a big I like rock. I do. I like listening to some heavy rock every once in a while, and people. It's just I grew up on it. I like it. I like the instruments. Sometimes I'll listen to the old school rock, to classics. I like that kind of stuff. So it depends what kind of mood I'm in, but also I also try to listen to stuff that's gonna lift me up. That's important because I truly believe the things that feed us are important.
Yes.
I know. I don't mean to preach or anything. But I do think it's important. What goes in comes out. So that's just where I'm at. And that would be my favorite. Sorry, that was a loaded question.
Well, mine's a little straight to the point. It's country.
I know some
this is gonna wrap up our Q&A video. Apologize for it for being a little lengthy. We do have a talker here, more than I am, and he's very into detail and stuff like that. But you're getting to know us, you're getting to know who we are, and there's just some questions we want to answer to you guys. I really hope this can be uploaded as soon as possible. It is my birthday weekend.
Whoop, whoop. The big 3-0.
I'm turning 30.
3-0, 3-0.
So I just want to enjoy the last days that I can of being in my 20s. But anyways, thanks for joining us today, listening. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to click on that bell button to get notifications on our next upload.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, guys. Have a blessed week.
We'll see ya.